not like you to be up before the Christmas trees. You feeling all right? Well, 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 what do we have here? Do not enter while it sets. I'm pretty sure this is now set because this was done yesterday. Well, almost. I've got to be careful where I tread. Still drying out a little bit, but the latex is down. It is drying out well. Feels very warm because the underfloor heating is on. And, oh my goodness. Well, there's definitely progress going. The ground is coming up. We had something like 60 tons of soil delivered yesterday. I wasn't actually vlogging yesterday. And yeah, it was dropped right in front of our gates and they had to transport it here. So there's a lot of mess. I don't think anything prepared me for the mess that this would make. I literally just thought, oh, they'll plonk a greenhouse in and it'll be lovely dovely. No, all our grass is gone and it's looking good though. Seeing it like start to become level, it is looking good. So I am excited. There's going to be a little bit of quiet in this room for a while whilst we wait for the new floor to come. And I am the palest of the pale today because I am supposed to be filming a Saint-Tropez Reels, and so you are going to see firsthand my actual glow up, because you usually don't see me before or like after a tan because I don't let my tan die down. But today I have actually not a scrap of tan on, and I know that there'll be lots of people that say, oh, you look so much better without tan on, but I just really like tan. So yeah, I just feel so much better and it makes me feel more like myself. I like it. And I'm actually gonna be filming like a little bit of a glow up for Reels today, so I had to let it all kind of dull down. But today so much is happening. I don't even want to get like ahead of myself, but today is the day that our porch is supposed to be installed.
Start to be installed.
Start to be, so you don't think they'll get it done in a day?
No.
I'm sure she said that they just like whack it up.
We've got to piece it all together and build it. I'd be surprised. I'm not saying
Do you know what? I would be surprised. I just vaguely remember.
As well. Batten, felt,
yeah.
tile. So they've got to knock up cement to fit.
Let the magic of Christmas bring love and peace to you and to the world. Have you seen that?
No, that's D.
That's D. Every so often, my assistant D will leave little lovely notes on our chalkboard, and some of you guys noticed, but I literally just noticed it now. Thanks, Dee. I'm just gonna put that up on my head because it's actually hurting. But yeah, so I was convinced that they said that it just goes up really quickly, but I could be completely wrong. So I'm just gonna like play the I need to take one of my braces out. I am gonna sort of play the progress by ear and see how it goes. I look very funny. I'm excited. I am excited to see how it's gonna look. I know lots of people were worried about me having wood placed underneath the benches because of spiders. We have wood everywhere in our house, and there are spiders in my house anyway. Although considering how much wood there is kept and stored in this house, there really isn't that many. And I remember when I moved in, I was like, there's really not any spiders here, but there are a few. It's weird though, because in this house, I feel slightly differently about spiders. Not that I'm not as scared, I am just equally as scared, but because there's more space, I don't feel so like confined with them. When there was a big one in my old house, that was basically like having another person in the house. They were so big and the house was so small. I can definitely get away from them, which is good. So yes, we've got the people from Oak by Design coming today. I found Oak by Design on Instagram and we've been dealing with them, and honestly, I do feel like their patience is just unbelievable. They've been so good. In fact, I have to say, obviously there's been a lot of mess from what's been going on at the house, but the Workmen are doing a fantastic job. It's unbelievable. Even the guys that we've got from Lauren Casely, they are so tidy. I'm not used to it. It's unbelievable. There's like no dust. They close things up, they tidy things away. Like, it is exceptional. So I'm really, really happy with that. And everyone that we've had working so far has been really, really good. And the guys that are doing the kitchen garden, oh my goodness, like Ali even said to them yesterday, I was gonna do this myself. And they've got like a digger and a little mini crane thingy. And they were like, yeah, you probably would have lasted a day and then you would have called us in. Which is very true, because that would have been impossible to do. And it was really funny because we had one guy quote us to do what they're doing now, and his quote has ended up being less than what these guys are doing, but I think that that would have been like a recipe for disaster because I don't think it would have been done properly. So it has cost more than I anticipated, but thankfully this is something that will add value to the house, so that's really good. I love Ali when he's with the workmen. He just goes back into like old Ali and reverts into like his alter ego, like the electrician Ali. He's like, all right lads. But yeah, so it's gonna be an exciting day, I hope. It'll be so interesting to see things start to come together.
Well, I'm at one with the builders.
I literally just said that. I was like, when you go out and you speak to the builders, it's like your alter ego comes out. You're like, Ali the electrician. You're like, all right, mate.
It's very true.
It is very true.
The birds are slowing down on those feeders. It's taking them about. Oh wow.
What?
Oh, I can't look at this one.
Robin.
But it's light. Robins are normally dark on the back.
No.
I reckon that's a hybrid.
A hybrid. Of course they'll be slowing down because they'll probably be getting ready to hibernate, babe.
But I'm fattening them up before.
You are. They've probably got all your seeds at their nests right now. And they're like, gosh, thanks Ali Millen Gordon. I'm so grateful for your seed supply. They'll be the best kept birds through this winter. To be honest, I think it's probably a good thing as well because the birds tend to stay away from the veg patch as well. Oh my gosh. So I don't know whether like the workmen have noticed that I have vegetables in those, well, vegetables and like beans and things like that. I don't know whether they've actually noticed that I actually have them in the beds because they're basically using my vegetable beds as their workbenches. There's like bricks in there, there's footprints, there's pipes, there's a lot of stuff. So luckily my broad beans are safe because at the moment they are my pride and joy. In fact, I need to go out and check on my garlic because that was doing really well. Anywho, I am going to get my hair dried and I'm going to do it straight because in the reels it's going to be like a little bit of a glow up. So I am going to get myself partially ready and then fully ready for the end of the reels. So hopefully it all goes to plan. And that's pretty much all I've got to do for today, except for I need to go and watch some videos to ensure that they are all good to go. And the biggest thing I hate is not being ready when people are at the house. But sometimes the way that I film, I can't be ready and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. So I'm just gonna get ready as much as I can. So yeah, let's go. Well, I'm still not dressed. I still haven't had my glow up because I swear this is just with us, but that is the sound of a brick wall, 2 brick walls to be precise, being demolished. The guys from Oak by Design have just, well no, they've arrived a few hours ago now, and it looks like the guys that built the wall maybe didn't look at the plans properly. And if I don't laugh, I'll cry. No, I won't. It's honestly, it's getting sorted and it's no problem whatsoever. But the walls are coming down and it's actually Oak by Design, bless them, who are demolishing them. And then luckily we still have our builders here, so they are going to build the walls back up and the porch install is going to begin. So we're a little bit behind schedule. But it's a work in progress, so that's good. But yes. I feel like a new woman, okay? Oh my goodness. After a week without tan, to have a fresh layer on, oh my gosh, I feel like me again. Honestly, I felt so miserable. Basically, I'll explain to you what I was trying to do. I don't ever have tan down days, okay? We've established this. I don't do that. I keep on top of my tan, and then the moment I feel like I'm getting pale, and what I mean by keeping on top of my tan is I exfoliate every day, so it all fades at the same time. And I don't get any of that like tiger skin. That's what I use my glow kit for, which is in the cupboard. Let me get it out. It's what I use my glow kit for, and it's what I invented it for, because for me, this is how I prevent myself from getting tiger skin. And it means that everything fades at the same time and looks a lot better. And then it gets to a really nice faded point and I just pop another layer on and it doesn't go patchy and it always looks great. I wanted to do this reels where I did like a transition from being not tanned to tanned. But because I don't usually look like that, I was just trying to do this reels and I was like, I hate how I look because I just look unwell. However, I've worked it out and I've actually just sat down and filmed a IGTV instead, because I talk about tanning in such a different way and I'm so much more like descriptive that I wouldn't feel like you were getting to know how I use the product just by showing a quick transition. So hopefully, I'll see if I can insert the footage from it into this video, but if I can't, then I'll link you to the IGTV if it's live over on my channel. But these are the products that I use. This is a new one because they topped me up, but I use the Saint-Tropez Express Mousse. This is what I use for my everyday tanning, basically. Honestly, I think this is amazing. I've used it for about 4 years. By the way, this is not part of the sponsorship either. I didn't want you to think that I had to tell you this, but I thought it would actually probably be quite useful to go through my winter tanning. But I use Saint-Tropez Express on my body and I apply it in the morning. I apply it everywhere, and then I use this on my face as like a bit of a top up. This is just honestly one of the most game-changing products I think in the tanning industry. It is unbelievable. It's got quite a few like hacks to it. What I use it for is for like blending in my ears and blending in my face. So if my tan on my face fades quicker, I can just top it up with that. I can use it on my hands. The other thing I've actually said in the IGTV is that if I have one of those days where I put my makeup on but for some weird reason I'm paler than usual, I can't be the only person that has those days. I use it over my makeup and it kind of marries up my face and just makes me look a little bit more like awake and alive. So it's honestly, the Saint-Tropez mist, it is revolutionary and game-changing. I'm so in love with it. But anyway, my tummy is making an absolute racket because I haven't eaten all day. But I'm gonna go and wash my hands. That's another tip for tanning. I tan, I do my makeup, and then I wash my hands straight away so that they are like clean of tan, because obviously I tan in the morning so it's left on all day. I make sure that they're clean of tan so that I can make sure that they don't go darker than the rest of my body, basically. So anyway, it has been eventful. It has been eventful. So I'm gonna go and have a look and see how the progress is coming along, because I know that Ali came in earlier and said that there was some progress. So I hope the guys don't mind me filming them. Oh my gosh, babe, you're singing so much in the vlog that went live last night. And
there's record labels contacting you.
There's a bit where you go, what's it? Bitches come and go. And people are like quoting it in the comments. So
I'll tell you what, I'm a lyrical
genius. Yeah, exactly.
You heard it here first. The problem is, do you know what I am? I'm a, what's the word? It's not a depressed singer. How would you explain it? Somebody that absolutely loves singing. Like, I think if you were to have one natural talent, what would it be? I think I would possibly pick singing, because I just love singing and I'm so bad at it.
I was going to say, what? Natural talent?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I could be gifted one.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, I mean, height would be another one, but I mean, singing would definitely be up there.
You're still taller than me, that's all that matters.
But yeah, so... Yeah, if I could sing, it's not depressed, it's not deprived. What's it called?
I know what you're trying to get at, but I can't think of. Yeah, let us know in the comments what it means when you're like, yeah. I don't know what it is though. Anyway, Ali's just told me that I need to go down to the study, which obviously is not a study yet, it's still just a room. But he says that there has been a lot of progress on the kitchen garden, so I'm gonna have a look. Oh wow. Oh, you can't really see because the crane's in the way, but they're putting in the edging. Wow, I don't want them to catch me vlogging because they're like old men, and not old men, but older men, and I don't think they understand what I'm doing, but they're putting in the wooden edging for the gravel to sit within. Wow, oh my gosh, look. And on the outside, at the front, it's all going on. What's happened is that the walls have been knocked down and there's actually been a design change to what's going on out there. The guys from Oak by Design basically came and they were like, no, we need to change this and have, oh, can you hear my tummy rumbling? It's a good job Mr. Millen Gordon is making me some soup. They basically gone, no, this needs to change. So the fact that the walls need to be changed, it means they can make their design adjustments. So at some point, I'm gonna go outside and have a look. But honestly, I said to Ali earlier, the guys from Oak by Design are so nice. Like, they have taken down the wall themselves. The other guys that we use are here putting it back up. And they're just so lovely and jolly. I feel like it's kind of similar. They're from up north, and it's kind of similar to when we had the guys from Origi Bianchi here, and they were all just an absolute joy. It must be a northern thing. It really must be, because they're just all so lovely and chatty and funny. it's lovely to have them around. Yeah, so they got the view of me in my pyjamas this morning because it took me so long to get ready because of filming and stuff. But yeah, it's coming together-ish, but I think we might have a small delay, but they reckon that they'll be out of our hair by Friday, so fingers crossed. Well, it just took me about half an hour to get off of my drive because there are so many workmen working around the house, but this is like the first time I'm leaving my house in, I don't know how long it's been now. It is a bit bizarre, to be honest, but I'm so looking forward to getting my nails done. You have no idea. Oh, the last lockdown I didn't mind, but Christmas nails are so like, I just love them, and so yeah. Anyway, the guys have had amazing progress with the walls and I'm so grateful. I was out there trying to make them feel better about it. I was like, oh, it definitely looks better than the last one though, like that silver lining, and he was like, I built the last one. I was like, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how it's all going. I think when I get back from seeing Nina, I am going to give you another little update because honestly I can't believe how much it's moving and like how fast it's moving. So yeah, I'm not going to keep you chatting in the car for too long. I'm going to get the nails done. I'm having a pedicure. Oh, I'm so excited. So, needless to say, there is no porch here. But we do have two slightly different walls, so that's good. Basically what's happened is the wall has been pushed back slightly. This is a design change rather than a functionality change because the design guy was like, no, you need it to be set back slightly. So because we had to literally take these walls down and rebuild them closer together because the measurements were slightly off, these are now slightly closer. Still room for our benches, which is brilliant, and it's still going to look lovely with the porch on. But sadly the guys could not start today, but they were just amazing, and it was really good to have them here to be like, actually design wise this will look better. So a little bit of a slow start, however we think this is going to be better, and the guys have done a really great and quick job. Yeah, sad times for the Oak by Design guys that had to actually come and rip it out initially. Oh dear me. My festive nails are back. Look how nice they look with my rings. I've actually not got my wedding ring on. I think I put it on a little bit too quickly this morning and forgot my wedding ring, but it looks very festive and pretty. So I'm very happy, and I got a little frosting on my toes as well. So this was what I didn't get to show you in my other vlog, but our puppy's collars arrived. So I wanted obviously to get some really nice small collars for him, but I just found that you know, like the puppy ones, they're just a little bit fluorescent. I'm obviously going to have to get him a little light up one for the garden, etc., so that we can see him on his walks in the nighttime. But I also wanted some little smart ones, and these were just perfect. I found this company thanks to Josie and Charlie, thanks to their gift guide. They did a really great small business gift guide, and the moment I saw this, it was perfect. So I got him a selection of sizes for as he grows, and they're really beautiful. I actually spoke to the lady and checked that they were suitable for puppies, which they are, nice and soft. But we got a couple of sizes, and then I got, oh my gosh, there's loads of sizes here. Oh, bless her. That's very sweet of her. I obviously bought these, but I think that she's maybe sent a couple of things on top, but I was a paying customer. So I got the lead to match, but I got two different lengths of leads because obviously he's going to be very little to begin with. So we've got the smallest collar and then maybe a couple bigger. And then I also purchased a longer lead. This is a different kind of tweed. I think definitely this one's my favorite. And then also a selection of collars. They've also sent something else. They've attached the loveliest notes. Honestly, it's so lovely. And in here is a little gift that they've sent, and I guess it's probably the right opportunity to reveal the puppy's name, seeing as this is a personalised blanket, and tell you a little bit about the name first. So the name, it was something that I found online, and I had a selection of 3 names, and when I said this one to Ali, Ali was like, definitely that one. And then we did a little bit of sort of research into the name as well. And it's funny because, how do I explain this? Anyway, I'll do it so I've shown you the name and then it's probably easier. But we are going to be calling our puppy Porter. And so this arrived, this beautiful blue fleece blanket, which he's probably going to be very, very snuggly in. It's got a beautiful like suede leather trim to it. And it was funny because the moment I said to Ali Porter, he was like, oh, that's so interesting, because Mr. Porter always have this breed of dog in their campaigns. And so I went onto the Mr. Porter blog, and there's a picture of Marlon Brando with one. There's a picture, there's actually like one included in their top 10 most masculine dogs. Very interesting. They talk a lot about this particular breed of dog. And so it just seemed like it fitted perfectly. And I just really love the name. So that's just such a sweet and thoughtful gift from the people at Dax & Co. But obviously, like I said, I didn't ask for this and I did buy this, but this is just a very lovely gift, and I actually haven't purchased a blanket yet, so this is going to be very, very helpful and just so lovely. I have just finished off a little bit of work, and Ali rang me up when he was in the car. He's gone to get his hair cut, finally, and he basically wants to try Taco Bell. We've got a Taco Bell in Milton Keynes now. And he was like, I'm driving past, do you want me to get you and try a Taco Bell? So that's what we're doing for dinner tonight. We're being lazy as usual. But I'm looking for, at the moment, I'm on the hunt for a wicker basket that I can use for all of Porter's bits and pieces. I think it's the famous last words, but I don't know if I have any baskets left. I think I might have used them all, because what I want to have, see, Lydia, you are always prepared with your many wicker baskets. But this is just the most handy place I think we have in the house. And we've got hats and gloves up there. So I could just add another few baskets to the top of here, and I can pop leads and collars in there for now. And then it just has everything in one place, because I just find this so convenient. Or I can keep them up here, but I can also order some new baskets for in here as well. But I just love this little space so much. So now that we've established that we do have baskets, because I am a clever sausage, I can start organising things, which is fabulous. So whilst I wait for Mr. Millen Gordon, I'm going to do just that. I also think I might have some more bits that are arriving, but they might arrive tomorrow, so sods if I'm not able to do that. But I'm going to keep all of his leads and collars in here for now. His blanket's going to go where his bed is. Oh, and just to let you know, I don't know if this will still be live when this video goes live, but there's a voucher that says Merry 10, and if you want to get 10% off at Dax & Co, then you can use that. So I mean, they didn't ask me to put that in or anything, they just let me know. And if any of you are looking for really beautiful like heritage tweed collars and things like that, then you'll really like their stuff. They've got other bits, but that's just what I love. So that is that. This can go in the recycling pile. Oh no, actually it doesn't matter, but I think I did order a blanket, and I think this is it. Yeah, I did order a blanket and this is it. But from what I know is puppies can never have too many snuggly things. So I did also order to match his bed. And this can just be one that we keep in the car or use to cover furniture or something like that, because one of the things that I know that Carrie does with Bolly is she allows Bolly onto the sofa, but only when he's invited. And I think that's a really good, like, what's the word? Thing to teach them, so that they don't just jump up, they have to be invited, because it's good for guests, it's good for children and things like that. But I got him this little Barber blanket fleece. I just really like the Barber dog stuff, so I picked that up, and this seems quite durable. So maybe this can be like his special blanket that he's like, that's me. But this one can be something that we throw in the car or whatever. But I just loved this little area of it. So there's going to be a lot of Porter hauls in here, and don't worry, Ali and I spoke about this last night. We are buying a lot of things for Lumi as well for when he arrives, because Lumi cannot be or feel like, it would break my little heart if she ever felt like out of sorts because of it. So don't worry, we've got her covered. I mean, she gets the most ridiculous amount of love anyway, and her nights on our bed, those will still be very much a thing. Like, there won't be any kind of crossover, which is quite nice. I really get quite excited about it, because it's like they're two such different types of animals, basically, species, is that the right word? And so Porter like has his place, and it's so nice to be able to say his name, by the way. Porter has his place, and then Lumi will still have her routine, whereas obviously in previous situations, Lumi often felt like her space was encroached upon. So yeah, it was quite funny today as well. The builders brought one of their dogs, and Lumi was fine. Lumi was like, hello, and the dog, not good with cats, so they were like holding him and putting him in the car. I was like, oh, okay. Ooh, what else is in there? Oh, that's Miss Grayson's birthday present. Will this go out before Miss Grayson? No, it's Miss Grayson's birthday on Friday, in 2 days' time. So I got Carrie, because I think this is one of those things that, like, Carrie's good because she always has like lists and things for like birthday and Christmas. But sometimes I also feel like, I've got her something different for Christmas as well, by the way. But sometimes I feel like I can see things that she maybe wouldn't buy herself, and this is what I think she wouldn't buy herself, because maybe she wouldn't see the, how do I say, I don't know, but I think that this is really practical for her and nice, and it will suit her. And so I got her one of the Shuffle Aero Block lamb's wool 1/4 zip up cedar green tops. I can't get my words out. Because I think that, considering we're going to be doing a lot more dog walking together, these are so handy for like under gilets. They're so warm because the fact that they're lined. And I got green because I think that it would suit her. I think it's a nice green. And so I got her that for her birthday present as like a little something, but I've also got a big rainbow cake coming from Dee's Basement, which is my friend Abby's sister. And she does the most beautiful cakes. I'll link her. You'll see it all. I've also got her flowers as well. So yeah, it's not just this, but I thought that this was really practical for her new life as well. So yeah. So anyway, I got her that. Also, this will probably look quite nice in the study as well. But anyway, I need to find her card as well. Oh, I found another thing that I ordered. This is another collar and lead that I found on Horton Country. Yes, so this is a much better size for when he's older. This is a dark brown leather collar, and I think I'll probably have it made slightly smaller. And it's from a brand called Hicks and Hydes, and they did a matching collar and lead. And so when he's a big boy, he'll have the pick of the bunch, basically, when it comes to leads and collars. But this one has this kind of antique bullet detailing almost to the collar, which I thought was really nice. And then I got the lead to match, which is again a really beautiful, really deep chocolate leather. So he's got lots of options. But I'm gonna wait until he's here to get like jumpers and things like that, because he has to have jumpers and coats and things like that. So just so I know that they fit him. And in here is my yearly Christmas card from my mum. Dear Lydia, Ali, and Lumi, and family. Love mummy. Lots of you always ask about my mum's hair, and finally she is seeing progress with her hair, and she sent me a picture of it. And she wouldn't normally send me a picture, but it's looking really good, so that's good news. Right, I'm gonna tidy things up so that when Ali gets back, he isn't annoyed at the fact that it's a bit of a mess. There's gonna be a lot of puppy hauls in this series of Vlogmas because I'm buying so much stuff, but I did just unbox his puppy gate, which I am over the moon with so far. I wanted it and I thought it was brilliant because it is a lot lower. So as you can see, it literally just comes up to sort of like my knee. So it means that Madam can get over it easily coming in from her cat flap. It also is obviously white, but we can paint it if we change the colour of the hallway. It's telescopic as well. So it means that it fits to the width of the area that you're like putting it in, basically. It's easy to put away, which I just thought was brilliant. So I'm going to see how we get on with it initially, but so far, very happy. So obviously when our skirting boards aren't there, it will fit this area perfectly, and it will mean that he's safe down this end of the house, and if the doors are open in the hallway or in the kitchen, he's safe in this little area. But I think I've probably said this before in a vlog, but I'm hoping to train him in the same way that Carrie has trained Bolly, to not kind of go near stairs or want to go near stairs, and Bolly's so sweet. When he comes to the stairs, he's like, Mum, are you sure about this? Obviously not to me, but to Carrie. And I think that that's something that will be good for our house, because obviously we've got a lot of stairs and we know all about the problems that IVDD can cause. So, but I'm really happy with this. Really happy with this. So I'll link it in the description box if any of you guys need it, because I think the height is brilliant. Ali and I can just like step over it instead of having to move the whole thing every time. Really convenient.
Well, I've just gone out and picked us up a Taco Bell takeout. This is a recent takeout that's just dropped into Milton Keynes, so I thought we'll give it a go. And sadly, they got Lydia's order wrong. Well, a part of it. So you've been shortchanged. However, they got my order right, I think, anyway. So I can't actually remember what it was. I think I ordered the chicken crunch. Lydia ordered the... Sorry to ask you what... No, you took a bite after I asked you. That's your own fault.
I didn't know you were going to ask me. I thought you were going to list what I'd ordered.
I can't even pronounce what you ordered.
I got the cheese quesadilla, and that's what they forgot.
And I called it, when I ordered it, can I have the cheese quadzilla, please? And the lady was like, yes. And I'm like, and I looked at it, I was like, that doesn't say quadzilla. I was like, how do you pronounce that? And then she was like, I don't even know how to pronounce it. I was like, oh, that's very good. So anyway, we got a couple of fries. Right, let's dig in. Would you like some dinner as well? Noisy moo. Well, you're probably wondering what our thoughts are regarding the Taco Bell takeout. So, in short, it's nothing to write home about, is it? You wouldn't order that again, would you?
My chicken one was a bit like a chicken wrap from KFC. That's exactly what it tasted like. Or a chicken legend.
Yes, okay. I would say that the burrito was good. Like, it was pretty decent. Really enjoyed that. I would order that again. I think the chips didn't quite do it for me. I think they looked cool, but they didn't taste great. However, to give the benefit of the doubt, it was a 25-minute drive to get back to the house. So chips can go a little bit funny in 20 minutes. Quite a long time to leave them. So we'll let them off there. The churros were good.
Yeah,
like,
they were
you would
good
have those.
Churros.
So I wouldn't be rushing back there, but I will be giving it another go.
However,
yes.
Taco Bell is not particularly festive. And so let's not do it during Vlogmas.
Okay.
Let's have some more festive stuff. Hello. Is she under there?
Yeah.
She loves going under that armchair there. It must be like a bit of a warm spot, because obviously with the underfloor heating, and she just loves it under there. She just disappears under there and then appears every now and again. Lovely. Have you ever seen anything as cute as this? Look at her sleeping like a little scrumplet, all tucked in between my legs. Oh, she looks so cute. And so long. I can't get over how long she is.
I wonder how long she is. We need to measure her.
We do. Why don't you go get the tape measure, babe? Her foot is all the way over here. She's like, Daddy, what are you doing?
Shall I stretch her front? Oh.
No, she'll get up if you do that.
So, put your head straight. So she's 30 inches.
What's that in centimetres?
76.
So I reckon if her legs are out, she's a good meter. You are a sausage. You are very long. She's definitely built like a supermodel. Look at his little colony. Can't believe how much weight she's put on. To think back to how skinny she got in that space of time. When they told us
I was a bit worried
that we weren't going to be able to give her treats anymore, I was worried.
I didn't know what was going to happen. I thought she was going to be a donus.
I know. She's like, that's it, I'm leaving. No, the fact that she eats her food and she's just like gone on to gastro food. She's on Royal Canin low calorie. I don't know if there is other like good low calorie foods, but she eats that one. She didn't eat any of the others that we got her. She has taken to it so well, and I honestly thought, like, even when I said to Carrie that we're gonna have to change her food, Carrie was like, oh, good luck. So proud of her. She's done so well to get so much healthier again. She really has. Anyway, we have just finished up watching one of the episodes of The Crown, and I had no idea that Princess Diana met Charles when she was 16 and he was 29. I had no idea about that. Apparently they got married when she was 19. I mean, that's still very bizarre. I had no idea. But that's what I really like about The Crown, is that it's one of those things that you kind of learn a lot about when you're watching. It took us a while to get into it, but now that we're into it, I watch it and I Google and I learn so much about what happened throughout those years. And yeah, it's fascinating. Anyway, I'm very tired. I don't know how we've done with this vlog, but it feels nice to be tanned again though. I'm loving the glow again. Oh. Anyway, Lummy, I think Daddy said it's about time that we taxi you to bed. What do you say? Long John Silver, it's time for Billy Ned, Lummy. Oh, I also didn't tell you what mist I decided to go for this evening. I am using the La Mer, the mist. Very simple. And I really like this mist, actually. I find a lot of mists go onto my skin and just kind of feel nice for a moment and then dry out. Whereas this one, it feels like it really locks in more of the moisture. So as you can see, the mist has been getting used rather a lot. Isn't that right, Lummy? Anyway, like I said, time for bed. It's Thursday tomorrow. We need to get up and get on with it. Say goodnight, Lummy. Good night.